So this is a single lane tunnel, and we have to wait until 9:30 to get through. It's one of the longest tunnels in North America. It's about 2.5 miles long. So there's a train coming, and the train is using the tunnel. It's a single lane tunnel, and so we have to wait for the train, and then after that we can cross it. Hopefully we're going to see the train. Entering the tunnel. It's a single lane tunnel, including the tracks. So we are driving over the tracks. So the train, as well as the cars and trucks, everybody's sharing the same lane. It's about 2.5 miles long. It's a very long tunnel. The maximum speed limit for us is about 25 miles an hour. And here we go. Wow. So I'm going about 25. Just keeping a good distance between the cars, just in case anybody breaks down. It shows the speed limit and my speed's on 23, which is good. So see you at the other end of the tunnel. Well, we are still in the tunnel, just in case you were wondering. It's a long tunnel. So again, see you at the other end if we make it. If we make it. And yes, we can see light at the end of the tunnel, as they say. Here we go. End of the tunnel coming up. Yes. Yes, we made it. Ah, wonderful. It's absolutely fantastic. Look at that. It's a bit foggy, but very nice. historic town, or I should say village. Large cruise ship here, which shows how deep the ocean here is. Must be very deep.
How are you guys? Good, good.
Man, this is nice.
Yeah, that's good. Okay. It says it's got 124 gallons, but you know, hey.
So 124 gallons. How long would that last? 10 hours maybe?
No, it'll last longer than that. It gets about 2.5 miles per gallon at 30 miles an hour. So
These are nice boats. They are you
yeah.
know, specifically designed for this. I never seen this sort of shape before.
Yeah, this is the Alaska cab, so it has a bulkhead here, so you stay nice and dry.
Oh, I see,
'Cause
right.
you know, it could be raining 5 miles from here.
Correct.
So, yeah, it's good stuff.
Fishing for salmon usually, or?
Yeah, we're fishing for salmon. Silvers are in right now, and then we'll go out for some halibut and just anchor up and drop 4 poles in and see if we can pull some in.
And then come back in the evening, or?
Oh yeah, we'll be back around 6 tonight.
Six-ish.
It's be a good day. Kids will have some fun.
Yeah.
Make them reel them in.
You're gonna eat the salmon for 2 months, right?
Oh yeah, at least. We've got reds. We've been fishing for reds since June,
Oh,
so it's good.
freeze
Time.
it up and, right?
Oh yeah. Vacuum seal, flash freeze.
Uh-huh.
Stays good all year.
Oh, right, yeah, vacuum seal. Yeah, good idea, yeah.
Yep.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You bet. Have a good day.
Nice boat. I like the boat.
Eric. Eric.
You drive it just like a motor car, right?
Kind of.
Very much. And a big 2 Mercuries, that's like 600 horsepower together or something like that, right? 300 each?
Yeah.
Wow. Do you get big waves in this area, or?
I can do over the winter for sure.
Uh-huh. Because that would be too dangerous to go too fast, right? In big
Yeah.
waves.
Yeah.
Nice to see you again, Captain.
Hey, how are ya?
I know she's not the captain.
Hi guys.
Can I ask you what you?
You're actually on that boat. Hello. Thanks.
Nice clean boat.
Step outside and enjoy some sunshine, I do suggest doing so. Any time that you step out of the doors, just remember there's a 3-inch threshold, so remember to lift your feet. We don't want anyone to trip and fall and get hurt. I'm very happy to have her on board, and I believe you guys will be too, as soon as we get underway, and she starts her narration. I do hope each and every one of you are ready to go see this planet's most amazing geological features. That's tidewater glaciers. The reason I say that, when we're sitting underneath a 400 to 500 foot wall of ice and a huge piece falls off, it will change your perspective of what water can do, I promise. So we are just waiting on our Coast Guard mandated manifest, and then we will be departing. This is a Coast Guard approved vessel. All that really means is the Coast Guard comes out here, diligently inspects this vessel before we ever take any of you out on this epic journey today.
Looks like Klondike's gonna leave before us.
The door latches operate very much like an airline restroom, indicating vacant or occupied. There is a hand-clean toilet system. Please remember that there is no smoking allowed anywhere on the boat. Also during the cruise today, we ask that you not dispose of any containers holding liquids if items collected. The bar, located on the first deck, will be open after we cast off from the dock. We serve cocktails, beer, wine, sodas, hot chocolate, and coffee snacks. Nothing but coffee and ice
Out there are, these are black-legged kittiwakes. We're going to be stopping by this area at the end of the day. As we go along today, you can pull out your captain's log there. All the glaciers are labeled, and you can use that in combination with the monitors that we have on board to figure out where we are. Why we named our forest the Chugach National Forest, to honor the Alaska Native people who were the very first people in these waters. And after Piggott Point, we're about to head out into the more open ocean of Fort Wells as we go straight ahead here. So a good area to look for any kind of wildlife out here. We did have orca whales about a week ago, so we don't have any porpoises out here before, which are very solid. Kind of a large backward splash as they're swimming about, catching fish. It's called the Wally Nornberg Fish Hatchery. It was originally established by a group of fishermen out of fish tent and fishing vessels to fish for salmon early season, and when they get enough to pay for the cost of operating the hatchery, then they've done their work for the season and it's open to other fishermen. These stellar sea lions are not true seals, they're eared seals. They have little ear flaps. They can actually take their hind flippers, turn them all the way around, and they also have good locomotion on land because of that.
You go right there. thank you very much for the opportunity.
Oh, you're welcome.
So I'm an engineer. I'm interested in the, and actually I'm from New Jersey. So
Oh, really?
when we're crossing the river, Hudson River, then we are using these kind of, I mean, a lot smaller, but
Yeah.
water jet based boats, which I really like. Yeah, they can turn around in 360 on the spot.
Yes. So can this.
So did I understand correctly that you have 3,000 horsepower engines?
Yes.
So
MTU
6,000.
So it's
8,000.
3,003 horsepower. So 6,006 horsepower.
Wow.
And they're 16 valve
Diesels, yeah.
diesels. Got some sea otters right here. Hold on one
Oh yes,
second.
yes.
Alrighty, folks, we do have a wrap the sea otters at about 11 o'clock. They'll be off at the port side of the vessel. If we're nice and quiet, stay up.
You still have in New York. That's nice. So it's entirely joystick controlled, which is really fun, isn't it?
It
Yeah.
is.
And it's very smooth, that I can see that, right? It's very
It is. As
responsive.
long as you don't hammer it,
yeah.
it's really smooth.
Did I notice correctly that sometimes we had full power on?
Yes. Yeah.
But
Well,
when-
we're regulated, so we're never at 100%. We're always at about 92%.
Well, that's really high.
But it is. It is.
You're looking at the
90% of
turbulence we've created in the back.
The day. Yeah. 90% of our day will be right at about the 90% mark.
Mhm. But the fuel consumption depends very highly on that, doesn't it? So
It does.
if you go around 80% or 70%, it's significantly less.
It is.
Is that right?
So MTU told us that our best fuel burn, our best oil consumption, and the turbos lasting the longest is at 92%. That's why we're regulated
Wow.
at 92%.
Wow, that's high. That's
So our engines are the most efficient at that. So they came and they set all the parameters so that we just pretty much push forward and
wow.
enjoy.
Yeah, it is enormously powerful. I can.
It is.
And you have all these beautiful GPS.
Yes, this
It's
boat
very
is-
deep. It's like 580, 564 feet.
Yeah,
right?
and we're past the moraines. This moraine here, if you go on the outside of it, it's anywhere from 1,000 to 1,500 feet. So
Wow.
we're just getting into an area where glaciers were at within the last 200 years. So it's not as deep here.
And does it mean that we get big animals here as well? You know, like whales and
So most of the
maybe
summer,
sharks, big
this
sharks.
small area right here, I bet 4 out of, well, let's say 5 out of 7 days we saw whales in this area. Salmon sharks are the only sharks in this area of Prince William Sound, and they're intermittently sized. They're not like a great white or anything like that. And they pretty much just feed on salmon, so they're not extremely big, and they're very rare to actually see for us.
Yeah, the fins don't come off, you know. And it's too cold to dive here, isn't it? The water temperature is quite cold.
There's a lot of people that come out here that are special certified to dive in cold
Yeah,
water.
dry suit, yeah.
Dry suit. But there's only a handful of them, and they do a lot of the coves. They're never out in the
Yeah, right,
middle
yeah,
area.
it's too deep, yeah. Well, it's absolutely amazing place. Oh, some more sea otters there, is that
Yeah, we're in an area where we'll probably see anywhere from 100 to 150 throughout the rest of the day.
right? Wow. They're just resting after meal?
Yes, all they do is eat. They eat 25% of their body weight every single day. So
Wow.
yeah, and they weigh about 80 to 100 pounds. So they're putting 15 to 20 pounds of shellfish down every single day. So they're eating way better than us.
Well, thank you for letting me in. This is real experience. So this is the revolution per minute, is it?
Yes.
PSI, yeah. Engine pressure.
Yep.
Oh, we are 90. We're not loaded 95%.
Got a nice raft of otters there?
Yes, sir. There's actually multiple rafts right here, so you can kind of zigzag through.
Lovely.
So that was the other captain, right?
Yes.
You always take out 2 boats just in case, right?
No, actually, normally we have 3 boats out. Our numbers are a little down due to we're in a small recession. I wouldn't call it a real recession yet. But normally 2 boats running 26 and then a Blackstone trip. And we're fully booked every single day of the summer. This year we're down about, I'd say 40% of our passengers due to, you know, the new recession that's hitting, or gas prices, travel fees.
Yeah, Alaska is beautiful but very expensive.
It's very expensive. I had my dad fly up here and I paid $2,000 for him to fly up here and fly home. So now that was buying a ticket less than 2 weeks before we wanted to come up. So, I mean, if you plan a little better than that, it's not
I
so
pay
bad.
900 or so
For
from
both
New
ways?
York. But yeah, return, yes.
Gotcha. That's not that bad.
But I bought it about 2 months ago with United. Yeah. Well, thank you very much. Thank you, Captain. Thank you.
So in workaholic style, that vacation turned into a scientific. The name of John Muir on board. I know many of you may recognize his name, a glaciologist. He did not go to an Ivy League school like most of those scientists on board. He would say he went to the School of the Mountains because he had hiked.
Myra, what you see is actually there deeper.
So we see some at the 3 o'clock position right now. Clams and mussels, sea urchins and crabs, and even giant Pacific octopus. We do have some giant Pacific octopus here. So many people ask, well, where do they live? Where is their home? The answer is you're visiting their home right now. So they sleep on their backs out on the open ocean. You almost never see a sea otter on dry land. They even have their young out here on the open ocean. So many people, another sea otter there, 9 o'clock. Yeah, it's fur. It has the densest fur of any mammal. About 1 million hairs per square inch. So they're constantly blowing. Because there's 2 animals out here that could get a sea otter, a salmon shark and an orca. Although I have seen orca and sea otters within about 30 feet of each other, and the sea otter acts like it doesn't have a care in the world. So
here today. You know, I sure had a blast when we visited these beautiful glaciers and more wildlife we did find. I hope our crew members downstairs did an outstanding job. That's Phoenix, Ryan, Rhiannon, and Alex. And you got my show, South Tunnel. You have no worries. It doesn't take more than 5 minutes from anywhere in town to actually get to the tunnel. So I do ask one quick favor of you. And that is just not the speed of the tunnel. Video police really don't have a whole lot to do except for set speed traps and agree on this phenomenal day we just had. You don't make that shit, you don't make that 11 miles per mile. You are stuck in the video for a quick second. Would like to take a moment and thank Dawn for her narration and educating us on the Chugash National Forest, the wildlife that we saw, the beautiful glaciers, and so much more. So thank you, Dawn. Always appreciate you being on board. I do believe she has a few closing announcements, so try to get this quick. This truly dynamic landscape that is changing in front of our faces every single day, and we truly never know what we're going to see out here. So I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your time in Alaska.
Alright, well thank you, Captain Chris. I'd like to thank you for taking us out here today. I'd also like to thank all the crew members.
Lucky dog. Hello.
want me to hold it while you're taking it out?
A little bit more that way.
A little bit more that way?
Yeah. Pretty close right there.
please put your seatbelts on. And if you have any bear spray, please make sure it's in your backpacks and not on your person. We don't want it to accidentally go off on the bus. 30% of people that come to the park get to see Mountain Knowledge. So I've been here for 4 months. I've seen it a few times. 4 weeks. I got a lot. See anything else, the scenery is absolutely spectacular.
Can we play with the puppies?
Hey, Summit.
Oh, there they are. Good puppies, good puppies.
The whole kennel went circling what about? Yeah. They're actually calmer than usual. Really? They often get more. Oh, we get it. All found toys now.
Come.
That's okay. That's okay.
That's Bossy. Good boy, Bossy.
I'll drop one of my toys down there.
I got it. Come on. Hello.
We use that during the demonstrations here, and we also use it in fall training with the dogs. Yeah, maybe I can get them to help me pull it. There you go, help. Come on, pups. Come here. Come on. Here, pups. Hey, pups.
Royale. Royale.
This is almost 2 years now. I started working at Jen. Her first one. Nita for these dogs a little bit. Started with my dogs. I got many dogs from Nita, but I got Queso that came from. She did pretty good last year for us.
I didn't get much time with her. We only met that litter a couple times.
She came from the Duke Becker, right?
Top Becker. Yeah, so Top has Pippi. Pippi is. Yeah, we had her get checked out, but she was. He said she was definitely soft.
Husband's gone. Nardo, Costco. That's the most important thing. You just hang out with me and don't worry about Mr. Pinata. Good boy. That's very good. Exactly what we need. Yes, do some nice pups. The boomer. Their puppies definitely figured it out.
6.
Yeah.
There you go.
That's the math.
6, yeah.
Yeah,
6.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. Party, you're so famous.
That's cool. See, it's a good thing we didn't mail it already. This is cool.
Manage a group of dogs this size.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
I mean, the dogs
He's loving that.
but at least here these guys can touch.
Yeah.
Grab each other's tails.
Okay.
Do that kind of thing. And then with that,
After,
like, interact with the dog a little bit.
Yeah. No, I was just curious. It was just I wasn't sure what to expect until like I'm sure the rationale for the thing inside.
Yeah.
What that was.
And like historically.
This breed in general, when like they're working, like
They work.
so in the wintertime they work all day. Sometimes we'll have a 12-hour day and they go to sleep. So they kind of learn like their habit.
They
We're
got a
going to
big
do
feet.
a little run here so they kind of know like, all right, we're going to work here in a moment. So we're just going to take a rest right now. They're incredibly efficient animals in that respect.
I said, hey, I
up,
came
bud?
out. You didn't give me a cookie.
I got a few little kibbles in here of puppy food.
Okay, I heard that.
Okay? Come on your hands. Good job. You can have these, okay? Yeah. Thank you. I'll go get some treats and wake everybody up. I'm gonna go inside and I'll get the yard out and moving so you can see everybody.
Oh, aren't you gorgeous?
Woo. Wait a minute, that wasn't enough. Look how big his feet are.
Gorgeous. Oh yeah, he does have big paws, doesn't he?
These are bigger than the ones we saw.
He's a big boy. I'm sorry.
We can push off.
Another one?
Of course I do.
What about
How about you get on your house? You're big. Sit. Sit.
Get on your house, little baby.
Come on. Go. On your house.
Yeah.
Sit. Don't fall off.
Good boy.
You know where to go, right? Go sit with people.
This one has been so patient.
Yeah, yeah. Good catch once to do. These other guys like to do. Future, wake up.
It's like, yes, I'll allow you to pet my backside, thank you.
I won't look at you.
Yes. No, but scratch away. Aw, so cute.
Yeah, I like it.
Yep.
It feels good.
Yeah.
Aw, good boy.
Hi, baby. I know you smell my what I just ate.
Not really. Of course.
However long that trip is, but then we kind of do switch them a little bit. But then the next time we go out, we switch them all up and put them all in different. Steward in the back. Hey, Stu. You gonna stand up? Maybe.
Like, oh man.
So Steward in the very back. He's a very, very, very good lead dog.
Yeah, he's giving you the eye.
Yeah.
So,
He's like, whatever. He's like, unless you're gonna come give me a treat, I'm not talking to you. Yeah. So they certain sizes and dimensions. They have a lot of genetic diseases that are associated with that. That's one of the great things about these dogs because they're not pure breeds. We don't have a lot of genetic diseases that are there. So that's part of the reason for a 90-pound dog that lives to 15 years old after working. These dogs will run.
Oh, I thought that was kind of long.
They'll run almost
Lifespan.
10,000, 11,000 miles over the course of their life with us. So they leave here very fit, in really good shape.
Just wanting to be the pad, like, because they're just small.
It kind of depends. Like I've used, but you know, you get the sled and the snow, and there's it. You know, weeks old. So we've got 29 adults that we're working right now.
Are they born here?
They weren't born here. They were just born in Healy. But a lot of years we do have them. Yeah. So a lot of times, if it's like a numbers thing, like this year we had a litter
I know you can't reach my belly, so you have
Adventure. Honey, I feel that way.
I know, right?
That's a real man spreader.
That's what my dog does.
All you folks over here, you're going to be inside that little red line on the ground. Awesome. I am too. If you walked here and missed my name, it's Mark. Yeah, you're welcome. Thanks. Welcome to the Denali Dog Sled Kennels presentation. This is a fun one, mostly because we get to touch the live animals, whereas the rest of our day we're trying to stay a safe distance away from them. Oh, perfect timing. Is it still there?
Yeah.
Yep. This is my pet. It's a Gray Jay. I'm just kidding. It's not my pet. The bird just totally landed on my head. What a cool nature moment. Hopefully the dog doesn't jump on my head. So we're here for a variety of reasons. There's all sorts of things that the Park Service likes to uphold. One of them here that's very strong and fervent is the feeling of heritage, right? This has been going on a long time, right? People have been friends with dogs, working dogs, companion dogs for a long, long time. I assume some of you have dogs at home. Yeah, I've got a couple of dogs at home. I always like to start this program with one small note of a personal introduction, and that is my dog saved me during pandemic, and no one else's dogs saved them during pandemic. Yeah, instead of wondering like, oh, why am I in lockdown and what's happening and woe to the world, I was like, oh, are the dogs fed? Did the dogs wake up yet? Did the dogs have blankets? We have two dogs. One is a tiny Chihuahua, looks exactly like the Taco Bell dog. And the other one, for those of you familiar, it's half Chihuahua and half Dachshund, which is, for the rest of you, a wiener dog. So it's like a long body Chihuahua. He's very cute. His name is Guapo. For those of you who speak Spanish, you know what that means. Anyway, those two dogs saved us during pandemic. Yeah. Are the dogs fed? Are the dogs walked? Did they do the long walk today or the short walk today? It distracted us immensely, and it was a great help during COVID. I would have gone absolutely bonkers without them. Come on in, folks. Join us if they're all the same breed. Well, our dogs here, they are bred purely for their traits and skills and their hard work. They are not bred for the way that they look. So they all look a little bit different, but they're all really, really great at what they do, which is pulling a dog sled. You can notice these dogs have very long legs. If your underparts were dragging in the snow while you were working, you'd want long legs too, now wouldn't you? They also have those beautiful tails, big, long, fluffy tail. The fur on their faces is not as long as the fur on their bodies, right? So they need to use that to cover their faces. That's okay. I'm happy to pause for dogs. That's why y'all are here. And away we go. Beautiful ranger, come around the corner, come around the corner. Never seen a happier ranger in my life. Here we come, team. Fantastic. Yeah, a nice soft round of applause is okay. Softly, beautiful. All right. So, this is our typical tiny dog sled team here. Dogs in the front. What are they called? Lead dog. Yeah, you can think of them like the Mario Andretti of the dog team. They are watching out. They're listening for commands from the musher in the back. I wouldn't say they're the smartest dogs. That would just be cruel for me to say, but they're some of the best drivers out there. Good listeners, good communicators. Every dog musher that you talk to has a story where that dog was disobeying their command. The driver is yelling, G, 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 right, to go right. That's their command for right. And the dog is going the other way, going ha, 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 going left. And the musher says, what is going on? And sure enough, they look behind them and it was either a hole in the ice or a 10-foot drop-off or a log under the snow. These dogs have senses that we sort of can't wrap our minds around. So it's always great to have a living creature doing the steering in the front there. Second dog back is what we call a swing dog. That dog is also a good communicator. I like to think that they're sort of the message board between the lead dogs and the musher. They're listening to commands, they're watching what the lead dogs do. The dogs behind the lead dogs are there to help make that corner happen. They're pulling that whole dog team around the corner so we don't get tossed off course. Dogs in the back there, closest to the sled. We like to call those wheel dogs because they're closest to the wheel. They're also responsible for a lot of the effort to get that sled moving because they're closest to it, to get that initial momentum started. So they're often some of your stronger dogs. Oh, look at us laying down and happy. I love it. Yep, musher back there. Sort of a misnomer. Most people that run dog sled teams, most mushers don't actually use the word mush. It's kind of a soft word. It gets lost in the wind. Mush, mush, mush. They use lots of other words like let's go, easy now, gee, haw. Sometimes they go, you see that? That almost could have been a mistake, but that was fun, wasn't it? That command is also often used, the kissing sound noises, to get those dogs going, to get them moving a little bit faster. Well, you ready? Want to send these dogs back to our locations? If we send them around again, they might get confused. They might be like, we're going to work, we love it, we love it. So some of our dogs have got little homing beacons. They play along very nicely and they can run back by themselves. Others of us need a little bit more cajoling. But you will notice these dogs love to run, love to go, and they jump right back on their house. That is their cozy home. Gladys? We're playing canine tossing catch. Canine tossing catch. I mentioned before, these Alaskan Huskies are not bred for their looks, they're bred for their traits, including those characteristics we talked about, right? The long legs, the double coat of fur, they have a thick inner layer of fur, outer hollow layer of fur, just like you would wear insulation underneath your gorgeous shell. Very well insulated against the cold. Gladys? Have dogs at home, they get snow stuck in their paw. These dogs have paws, but they don't get a lot of snow stuck in them because they're extremely tightly packed pads. The snow has trouble getting between them. And they also have a fancy adaptation called cross-current circulation, where their veins are bundled with their leg so that the blood temperature is not shocking them either on the way in of their circulatory system or on their way out. Got another one. All right, here we go.
Nice.
And Happy goes away. A little round of applause for our canine Ranky.